Is it somebody right on my call? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? And how are you? Well, I hope that you're having a wonderful day whenever you get this, because we usually put them out early in the morning on Eastern time. So I know that this is being seen throughout the world. And for all of you who follow us, who come and check in on us and see what we have to say from time to time, mwah. And to all of you who follow us religiously as we grow in numbers, we thank you, and we thank you in advance. Now, and that's from all over the world. We just, thank you in every language, and every person, male or female, and other. We thank you. How about that, baby?
Yep, covered every base.
Now let's get back to it. Now, the reason why I am doing this, because I feel as though America, I don't want to say America is headed for a crisis. I don't want to say America is in a crisis. But I think as far as resources can say, America is headed for a crisis. Now, with this war in Venezuela, I'm trying not to be political in what I think, but one of the things that I'm starting to understand, that when something happens and it makes a big stir, especially when it starts going from country to country, you have to say, why did it make news?
Yes.
I'm starting to understand that now. Because there are the powers of the powers of the powers who own YouTube.
Yeah.
The question people were saying was, how come this story about the Somalians and all of that wasn't done back in 2017? They knew about it. Me, I say, you know what? As a conspiracist, it's timed.
Yes.
It already knew it was a topic. It already knew it was a hot subject. But was President Trump the president back then?
I believe he had just switched over.
Was that switched out or switched in?
Switched in. Yep, 2016.
Save it. That was something that the Democratic Party must have bust and knew and set on it. I just counted the years, make it make sense.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. And it's so funny because synchronicities is always there if you're watching and if you really want to know. So I want to do something different. I want to read on the state of the American people.
Okay.
And I can't say, is the American people in a crisis? You know, they're going to say, no, you can't say that. But is America, because a part of America. Now, let me be clear when I say America. Okay? When I say America, I'm talking about those that built the ground. That you came off those slave ships. That your neck was red from working in them fields too. It wasn't just black people. They were white, I wouldn't call them slaves, but they were poor. And they worked the field. They may have been your taskmasters. They may have gotten to go home. I'm not taking up for them, but it has always been a black and a white thing in America. And so for you all coming in, you'll never, ever, 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 ever in your long-legged life will ever understand the sickness of it. That the black man and the white man and the black woman and the white woman, we got something between us. And until we fix that, We've just fueling. And so all of you Mexicans, Hispanics, all of you that's coming in from all over the world, associating yourself with black, you don't understand. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Can I make it any sense?
Yeah, no.
But what you have done and what the president have done, he gave us the liberty to say, this is my country. I belong here. Although we didn't need nobody to tell us that because we knew. You understand? We knew that. But to hear a president in 2025, because that's when he said it, it just validated. And it made us come out the woodwork feeling tall and strong and say, you're damn right. That's what it did for us. And so you got other races has been attaching themselves and sucking off of the fact of being black, even though you're ashamed of us in one thing, you like the benefits on another. Exactly. So you're ashamed, but all at the same time, you don't want to be like us and you don't want to be attached because some of our hair is kinky or some of our skin is too light or too dark or whatever. But it's like this racial thing that only here, this kind of racism, we understand in America. You say, what I mean? Let me say one more thing about this before I read, because I want you to understand when I say I'm reading on the state of the American people, I really want you to get a full understanding because I don't know what these cards mean, but I know that I'm just itching. So I just need you to understand. The reason why a lot of foreigners would never ever understand they came in this country and you from the day of consciousness, all you known is your native tongue, your native way of life, your native way of eating. So if you are a true American, that's all you know. You know how to speak English. You understand the fight between the black man and the white man. Race is still today. It's offensive when somebody that's in a worse state than you, come over, get the benefits that they won't give you. And yet you just lost your job and they give it to someone else. And then you find they were gaming the system. And then they got to get up here in your face and say, I'm better than you. And so therefore, Big Brother had to come out and say, whoa, 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 whoa. You've gone too far. Because you will never understand what it's like to be black in America. Just like we wouldn't understand what it's like to be black in Africa. Because you have black people all around you. You go to work, it's black. When you see a white person, you probably look and be dazed. Yeah. We, on the other hand, that's all we know. Side by side, with hatred and no hatred, with bricks throwing and dogs put out and water. We know that. We know it through our ancestors. Why? Because they tell it to us like a lullaby. Just like the Jews tell their story of Holocaust. The black person tells us the story of the ship and how it came over. And so you don't understand. So when you attach yourself to that, you forget that we come from two different ideologies. So since it's such a schism, my opinion is I'm just dropping to Africa and just say Black America. Yeah. Because it doesn't give you a right to attach yourself, because if you really understood, and you see the state of our young black men, because not just of slavery, our people had to go through some more stuff, sharecropping. We had to go through so many levels. We just got free back in the late 19th century, in the late 19th century. We just getting a little free. We just seeing billionaires. Mm-hmm. That's why when you say Beyonce made a billionaire, yeah, but we look at it and you go, yeah, she is a billionaire. But Taylor Swift is one too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Many billionaires. It's many billionaires. There's many white ones. So when you see black ones, you be like, oh, so we growing. You see black people as baby Crones, physicists and doctors. It's not the same no more. And so when you look at the broken pieces of our society that hasn't gotten over because their family haven't gotten over, because we don't know the struggle that they've been through. Those that understand the struggle and had people in their life to help them get over. They are people like me and people like you, but not all of us are ready yet. Some of us are still struggling. Grew up with mothers that was too hard and fathers that was too bitter. But we're growing out of that, and it's going to take time. So when you attach yourself to the black and you say these horrid things, it's like pity the fool. So when you have a president to stand up and say that, who didn't have to say it, who could have been racist on a whole lot of things, but he stood up. That's a fact. This ain't got nothing to do with Democrat or Republican, but just in case, this is what, a red state?
Yes.
He stood up. I don't know anybody else standing up. I mean, anybody could have stood up. Barack could have stood up. Barack could have stood up and said, this is unacceptable.
If he could have.
But the president stood up and say, this is their country. And that made us so proud to be an American. And to see these people come apart and try to make us equal. It's insulting. So what is the state? And then Venezuela gets blown in, and they're not blown up, but had bombs. And then on top of that, what happened? They arrested their president.
Yes.
Something that has never been done before. And so you got half of the people looking at it like, oh my God, it's so horrible. You broke the law. Why did you do it? Why did America, you're horror. But then you had the Venezuelans here in America and over the world saying, thank God, I can go home. He was a tyrant. Thank you. I haven't been home in this amount of years.
Yep, that's why they do run from their countries.
That's why we're here. We're not here because we snuck over. We're here because we were forced out. And now we can go home. So I don't know. All I know, you could get caught up in this and that. But everything we know is known in part. We don't know it all. Because there's so much that is secretive.
So much.
But what is secret is starting to come to the light, because we are in the age of Aquarius, and those things that was in the dark, like when we was in the age of Pisces, things were in the dark, they were in the water. But this is the age of Aquarius, where that frequency, where you're in air, where things that you can hear and see, they're no longer covered, but it's there because of the way that the shifts that are taking place in the earth. Even though science don't believe it, but we feel it.
Yeah, we do feel it.
We see time speeding up. You could be sitting here today, next thing you know, you're like, it's Wednesday. Pay attention.
That was very interesting, because people on the internet are currently speculating and wondering and questioning why that on this New Year's, why is it that when all of our clocks said 12 a.m., the ball was still dropping and still had 20 seconds to go? Yes. So the ball didn't even drop exactly at midnight. And everyone's like, why? Everybody's like, was anybody else curious?
That is just not, I didn't see it. I didn't pay attention to it. I was fussing that baby Crone because she let me sleep 10 minutes and woke me up 10 minutes before, but it wasn't a bad fuss because we still got to go out. So I wasn't even paying no attention. But really, there is no coincidence.
That's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence, because that ball is set to go off at exactly the right time. But things are speeding up. We'll talk about that in another. So in the meantime, in between time, you know where I'm coming from. So this is the first card. And this first card, let me write one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. United States, where is your nose? Okay. The first card is what really will tell me everything.
Oh, okay.
So, United States, what I see here is that we're in the dark.
Oh.
We're in the dark, or we're facing the dark. And what I mean like that, because when the high priestess come up, she is in the deep depths of your subconscious. She's in the dark parts of the water. She is water, so she's in the dark part. She's got the secrets hidden behind her. Everything you want to know is there, but you got to go through channels to get there. Not everybody is mentally ready. Not everyone can handle it. Not everyone. So we are in a place where we're in the deepest part, but we have to deal with our shadow selves and all of this. And many of us are not ready. Many are, but many are not.
Yeah.
And so because of it, it makes it a very wobbly time. Because it's going somewhere deep. And in order to go, we have to have majority rule.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You want to add to it, baby? Come.
Well, usually when I think of the high priestess, it's a time and period of usually when secrets, hidden dark secrets that usually is unbeknownst to us, the American people, are suddenly going to start being revealed, because now is the time. Maybe we've done, as you said, starting to do that shadow work. And once we do that shadow work, the answers start to come.
Right. And everything is set up for us. It's going to happen whether we want it to or not. And as I told you in my readings before, that Black people will receive their crown. Okay. I've even said, how are we going to receive it? Are we going to receive it as bumpy, lumpy, crumpy? Or are we going to see us as the indigenous people of this earth link up?
Yeah.
And that those that are a part of us will circle around us, not try to take from us, but circle around us in solidarity as our stepbrothers and our stepsisters, and allow us, this new Black people of a new age, of a new mind, that is of Africa and is of America's soil, where the ancestors bled and died on all fronts. It's just not Black people. Indians were there. It wasn't just that. It was Englanders. It wasn't just Black people. Right. The thing about the Black people and the Indians were nearly wiped out. But the Black people, the reason why is so science, because of the abuse. It's unimaginable. All the way to the 18th century. Still, you hear things about Floyd. It still exists. But surely, little by little, it's being eradicated. And now you got a whole nother wave of people coming and talking. It's a dark time. And I'm just saying, don't rile the beast. The beast ain't us. The beast not us. The beast is not us. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Don't rile the beast. They cruel. And when they get tired, don't rile them. Do that make sense? Remember, America was built on blood.
Yep.
And there's still a whole lot of angry people that don't like what's going on. They barely able to accept working with us and dealing with us. They just get them, and now you're jumping and talking. Need I say more? Let's see what hits in America. I think America, I see the Queen of Wands. And when I see the Queen of Wands, I see very giving. I see that sunflower. And I think in the past, America has been too giving. She has been very giving, very nurturing, very, very creative, sharing her seeds in abundance upon the world. I think she's just been very, very giving. because she knows that she is protected. She has the power. But I think she has, I said, I got to give my opinion.
Okay.
She is giving, but I think that she has given too much. Let me see what this card says. Yes, because I see another king, emotionally a queen. So you got one queen that was so fiery and gave and gave and gave and gave and gave and gave until she just tapped out. And now I see the Queen of Cups who come here out of emotions, have given and given, and now she's just weighed out.
Mm-hmm.
She just separate herself, just sitting on an island by herself, just pondering, looking at the chalice of life and figuring out how can I make everybody happy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and also the fact that it's both fire and cups. They're like polar opposites. And it's like almost the water put out the
almost
fire.
Enemies.
Yep.
And unless they work together, and because the queen is first, and unless the water allow the heat to come and make the steam, they'll never get along.
Yeah.
Unless they allow what was first. The Queen of Wands, the creative energy, the spark, what was there in the very beginning.
Yes.
Let that come and put out the fire, put out that water, lower its level. You're too much. You need to evaporate.
Yeah.
What do I mean? Disappear. What all you doing need to disappear in the atmosphere. Did that make sense?
Yes, and that rhymed.
I wasn't even thinking about a rhyme. So let's see what's going on. And we see what's happening. Do you see what's happening? Let's see as it unfolds. So mentally, where are the people in America? Where are we at this time? So we see that we're in opposition.
Yes.
We definitely see that. We know that we are not getting respected. We see there's disrespect. And this person, the team that's going, the people that's going against it, no, it's not just one people. It's a people that just against America, period, and want its downfall. They are our opposites. But in order for us to find peace and to find a resolution, you're going to have to allow what came first, and that is fire, the creative spark, to come and spread its heat so it could simmer and move away the negativity by turning it into steam.
I like that.
You understand?
Yes, I understand. Good interpretation.
So you may say, well, what if it was the queen first and I flipped it? Then the queen would have came first. The queen of emotion. So that meant water. So that meant the fire would have been burning out of control. And so therefore, the fire would have to humble itself and allow the water to cool it off.
Okay.
You understand?
That's not our story.
But that's not our story. You get what I'm saying? Our story is opposite. We have to take control. We do. We have to. And doing so in a motherly way. Not aggressive, because right now we see queens. I see the high priestess.
Yes.
I see the queen.
Yes.
And I see a queen of wands, which is the most, this is the most masculine. This one is the most feminine, because this is the moon. So this is the most feminine, and this is the one is the most emotional. So we see where she is. We see that there's a lot of femininity is ruling.
Yes.
And because of that, I'm starting to think where they're saying America is very dark and deep, and we can take her over. America, she's fiery, hot tempered. America is weak and vulnerable right now. And so, but don't underestimate the high priestess, the sun. What that mean?
Positive outlooks, positive thoughts.
And that means whatever, the sun is greater than the Queen of Wands. Without the sun, there is no queen. So now the sun rising up, and it's going to deal with something. It's going to deal with this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was talking about exposing.
Exposing.
And
Go
the
ahead.
sun also has to deal with exposing.
Is something going to be exposed? And when it is exposed, it might just set off the course of hell.
Yep, might cause a division.
May cause a more clear divide. I see a lot of fire. So much fire around this water, around America right now. It's so much fire. I gotta lay another card on the foundation. Oh my God, this is earth. So it's like no matter what, from where I'm sitting, America people are standing flat-footed and saying, I shall not be moved. Now, I guess that stands for anybody who's going against us and even those. But I see standing firm, claiming this earth and saying, I shall not be moved.
Yeah.
This is my country.
Yeah.
You know, I was born here. I definitely see a division. And I definitely see, let me see, will the United States be able to, because we see over here, that's definitely going on here with the different races and the multicolors. And they're really going up against the system right now. So let's say, will the system win?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Our system, the United States. I don't know. We got another fire. It's another fire. So when I see that other fire, I got to put it there. That's a 3. So therefore, there's contracts being made. And that number 3, read that. I don't have my glasses. 3. And that 3.
Yes. Powerful encouragement for growth, support, and positive change.
Yes. So we know change is imminent. Change is imminent. And looking out at it's being timed. And if you look at it, it ain't nothing out on that earth. So it is definitely look like whatever is happening, it will get rid of what it wants to get rid of. Because it's nothing there.
Yeah.
So you have a question?
Yes.
How is it going so far?
Yep, it's going good.
I wish I could have you audience ask because I would just be going in. Go ahead.
I want to know, will America's problem is generosity, and I want to know.
That's what we believe it to be.
Yes, believe it to be. And if my question is, if America cuts back on their generosity, how will that affect their relations with other countries? How that mess their reputation up?
The seeker, they'll seek other places. They'll go to other countries. They will try to find solace somewhere else. You know?
Okay.
You have another question?
My next question is, what could the themes of 2026 be for the United States?
I don't know what that means. When you say the themes,
what are some things that we could expect? Like the energy reading.
The energy of the United States? Fire.
More fire, of course.
It's fire.
At least there's a harmony with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands.
Harmony. It's fire. It is fire.
Actually, going furthermore on that, we have the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Wands.
That's a family. And then we had the 3 of Wands. This is a family, and they're dominating. So things about to heat up. To heat up. The king is on the top, right here. The King of Wands, right there, looking directly at the sun, and beckoning the sun to do as thy will. Showing that he has power. Able to look directly at the sun. Sun representing the problems. The sun representing things that think it could take over. The America is saying, I got this. It made other countries may look at us as infidels, or they may look at us as weak, and they may look at us as warmongers. They may look at us as we let the women rule. They may look at us, but they know who we are. That's the sentiment I get with the red passion and blood dripping from him, just like they know. But you know what? The sleeping beasts haven't been out. in a while.
Mhm.
But they waking up the sleeping giant.
Yeah. I have a question.
Mhm.
I want to know because there's a lot of people cards, and that seems to
A
be the
lot of
only
people
cards
cards,
that are
yes.
out.
Mhm.
I want to know, is there too many voices and opinions and ideas in the government? And is that like what's holding us back?
Well, here, when you ask, is it too many people? I think it's too many people being more self-centered, more worried about themselves, more looking at the future and trying to pack for themselves. Those that know what's happening, those that just knew from 2017 to today, they knew what the future was going to hold, and they held that information. I'm a conspiracist. You make it make sense. 4 and 4. So whoever held that presidency in that space just long enough for them to come back. Mm-hmm. And what I see about this 9, this is not about being wealthy. This is about finding your place. It's about finding where you belong, finding where you fit, and finding that spot, finding that good spot, and finding your comfortability in this country. This is what people are worried about. This is what America, we want to, they want to feel comfortable in this country. They want to feel comfortable. They want to feel, they're not asking to be rich. That's a bonus. They just want to feel comfortable. They want to feel normal. They want to feel like I can rest again. They feel like this is the sentiment. And this is what this card is. It's like generations of generations. And now we're facing things. It's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's all of our thing. And even though those that have it and are successful, those that don't makes it hard because we don't know the mind. Now we got people rising up. We don't know if it's going to be a riot. We don't know if they're going to come after the rich. We look at our streets. We look at the homeless. We look at America is facing a crisis. Mm-hmm. And so the people that have lived a more comfortable life are wanting that back again. They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel safe. Everything is going beyond. Many of them have lost their livelihoods, jobs, you know, and those that haven't have dealt with certain things. It's a struggle. And those that are doing good are looking at those that are not doing good. And maybe they have to help family members.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe you have a husband who his wife had a good job and laid off, or vice versa.
Yep.
And it's hard to get a job in this season. So not for, but for everyone in this country. Mm-hmm. And so it is saying that we just want to feel normal again. Mm-hmm. We want to feel rich again. What our rich is. I want to feel like I don't have to keep worrying about tomorrow.
Yes.
So it's on edge financially. Okay. And when people begin to hear about the thievery, then they get even more angrier. Mm-hmm. Did that make sense?
Yes, it did. One final question.
Okay.
Then I'm done.
Okay, and then I'll do the outcome.
Yes. I want to know, will all, because I'm seeing all this fire energy.
All of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I want to know, will all this fire lead to like potential violence happening on American soil? Like, will this division?
Will it lead to violence?
Yes.
Yes. Mental. Mm-hmm. It'll be mental violence. Mental. It'll be mental. It won't be out in the air, but it'll be simmering.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It'll be, I cannot lie. This is the King of Swords. She asked, I have to tell you what I see. But I also see gray clouds, and I also see like a storm is brewing. I also see birds, like you have birds that are running to go to their hiding place. So yes, I do see, but he is above the clouds. In other words, his head is above the cloud. So that lets me feel safe enough to say that whatever is going on, he's in control because his sword is above his head. So that means wherever we are right now, it's like the government says, I got this.
Okay.
I got it. It may look scary. It may look dark, but I got it. And the sword is not straight up either. The sword is swift, as if all it needs to do is a flick of a wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like that. You see it?
Yeah.
It's not like this. It's like this. And all you have to do is draw back, and the work is done. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that lets me know, yes, there is a storm brewing. There is a storm brewing. And I see, and those birds let me know also countries. I just see 2 other countries is in our ear. I see 2 other countries or 2 other things. They're just there, right there at ear level. This is how it's showing to me.
Yeah, I can see
that we are in between 2 countries, or we're dealing with 2 countries, or there's word or something, because word has to do with messenger. So there are messages coming from other countries. But around his head is golden. So it's like we are okay today. Now I could read next week, it could be different. But right now, what I'm reading is fire says I'm in control. Right here, it ends with a king.
Yep.
The king of sword. This is the base. This is the earth. This is what I stand on. And here is the outcome. This is the king. This is the king, queen, king of wands. They're saying, looking at that fire and saying whatever it is. And even his throne and his staff is over his head. Mm-hmm. So it's like we got this from all corners. And this bottom card, I like to pull 2 because I like to sit 1 on the side, and then I like to just shuffle them a little, if I may. Yes. Because this is going to be the outcome. And I want to shuffle them to see, I don't have to shuffle them much, just enough to just wake them up a little, just to wake them up. But I don't want you to be able to see anything, because you have to be as surprised as I am. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
That's gonna be our model this year.
That's our model. Tell them what it is, baby Crones.
Surprise, surprise.
That's how everywhere it goes, it says to us, we're facing surprises this year. Mm-hmm. That's what the cards say. That's when I hear readers, surprise, surprise.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay. All righty. Here we go. Baby Cone, whenever you feel like it, just say stop.
Stop.
All right. This is the outcome. Oh. Another one. You couldn't make it up.
No, we couldn't.
Another one. Another one. Another one. And what that says to me is new beginnings. Things are changing.
Yeah.
There are some new changes, and they're going to be positive. What it says to me is like what looks scorched will become a place to build. Not all of it, not all. It's going to take time, but it's like this is a card of rebirth. This is a card. It's got the sun. This is a card of saying it may look bad, it may feel bad, but it's growing. It's going to be okay. Its fire is hot. So we know we may go through some things, but in the end, it will give forth birth of buds. It will be okay. It looked cloudy because the hand come in a cloud, but out of the mist, out of that cloud, out of that darkness, out of that scary moment, we're going to be okay. The American people will be okay. So don't worry. But if I would have picked the other one, it would have said.
Oh, now you really can't make that up.
Now I can't make that up. The card said this is a lie. This is how you feel. Don't be discouraged. Believe in your country. This is a time where you have to believe in your country, because it's by faith that we make it. Mm-hmm. But if you're talking against us, you doom damnation on us. This is your country, and you love your country, for better, for worse, for richer or poor, and sickness and in health. If you're married to this country and you don't want nothing bad to happen to this country, then you stand for this country, and so the enemy cannot get in. And we can cross them 3 ways where they can't get in. Mm-hmm. if we band together out of love. And this is what it's taking. And I think, and we know that at the end of the day, that the white man and the black man, when it's time to come together, we will come together, and no nation can separate that. There is a bond between the white man and the black man, and the white woman and the black woman, in spite of your Karens and your Karens and your dicks. Your Karens and your dicks. Besides them, there are white people that want peace and love.
Yep.
And care about the black man. Mm-hmm. And fought for us. It wasn't alone. It wasn't large in numbers, no. But just if there's one.
Yes.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying to you is, be patient, learn, watch, and see what's going on. And no matter how dark it gets, just pray for your country and pray that everything is going to work out, and that this country knows what it's doing, despite of what you may feel or what others may feel. Exactly. Believe that this country have your best interests at heart. And that's what I see the cards are saying. Yeah. It's scary times, and so much is going on. And so people say you're being distracted. Yes. In many directions.
Many.
It's not one.
No.
And I hear my spirit saying it's not personal. It's just that's how chaotic it is. It's just
I like that.
How chaotic things are. So many things are going on. Embrace yourself. Because right in the middle of all this, you can hear another tragic story of a Hollywood. So just brace yourself. This is the year as we go through the shifts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Baby Crone, do you want to add anything about the shifts before we go? Just a quick word or two?
Yes. Interestingly enough, I find it very curious because as the shifts that we are going through, and usually in astronomy, they focus on the red shifts, which is all about how the light stretches and basically deforms as it travels from its source. So how all this energy or light, but energy really, is traveling to us to get to the earth. Right now it's a bit chaotic. It's going through a shift and a period before it can get to its frequency. The way I've had it described to me, and I really like this example, is when you're using a radio and you're trying to dial and you get that little static before you get to that right track that you're looking for. That's exactly like what the red shift is when we're getting to a new frequency.
Yes, and speaking of new frequency, do you want to go in briefly about how it is astronomy versus astrology?
Yes.
Briefly?
Yes. Very briefly.
Because it's deep. That's
why. Astrology feels the energy that the planets are experiencing as they're shifting from zodiac signs. And these different zodiac signs / constellations have energy, but also these planets have like energy fields of themselves. So the way they interact, we feel it as well. And that's what they feel. And so you have astronomy versus astrology. We believe in astrology, and we believe that these shifts are because of the planets that are shifting and that we are coming into. You got positive, all planets are positive, but they hold negative, just like you. You have positive and negative running through your veins. Well, that's the universe that we're from, and that's what's out there. So with those protons and neutrons, if you will, they're repelling each other. And because of that, because of the closeness in their frequencies, we're really feeling this thing. So it's upheaval everywhere, because that is the shaking, that is the shift, that is the change. Why? In order to change, you got to break the chain away from the old way so we can rise up to the new. And with that being said, I hope it was enough to inspire you to say, hey, I wouldn't mind subscribing to them. Okay. And please, you are welcome to become a sunflower. And what that means is to spread your love and your wisdom in the world, and a world today that is hungry for love. And not only that, we do appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up, because it helps us to grow, and we want to grow. We really do. And we need you to do it. And we thank you in advance. And hype us up. Hype. I gotta get some music to that. Okay. Hype us up. Hype us up. You know. So anyway, we hype us up. Anything that you want to say, Baby Crone, that maybe you didn't get a chance to say? No, but other than that, leave your comments down below. Please share your comments and opinions. How do you feel? Are you guys feeling any shifts? Actually, yes, I do have one last thing because this is a curious
You might want to
thing.
pause that for a second.
Yes, this is just one last thing that I heard.
Take
on
your
TikTok.
time. Take your time.
If you guys are on TikTok, you know how TikTok comes with its theories and its but it brings togetherness and camaraderie. Now, what I heard and what I'm hearing on TikTok is allegedly on Christmas and maybe New Year's, but just during the last week or so, suddenly all the women are starting to like suddenly experience period symptoms. Some of them are just like, yeah, I'm not due for another month on my period, or I just came off and why is my period on? Or they'll be like, I was due in 5 days, but now my period's starting. Why is my period starting early? So everyone's thinking there's this weird thing that's going on that all the women are syncing up with their cycles as the new year ended and the new year began. So I'm not sure if that's some sort of shift that's collectively affecting the women because they're receptive energies.
Is there any way you could show a quick video of that or something? Or is there anything that you can?
I mean, yeah, I could put a clip in
Yeah,
here.
just a clip, just so we could see it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And so there you have it. Is there anything else you want to say? That was very interesting.
Yes, thank you.
Stay encouraged. You
Please.
know, we people of America, the true grit, we know who we are. We are black, we are white, we are all colors. All of us help make America great. It's just that we remember that. And you know who you are. And as the old folk would say, you know who you are? No, the old folk would say, you know who you is and you know who you ain't. And with that, you know what we say? Sunflowers.